Hi everyone, I'm Corwin, this is Adam, you're watching HandbasketGaming, and we are continuing to do answers, videos for you. Adam's almost trip. Where did you almost go?
Yeah, I almost had a trip to Peru, but I got too scared when I started reading, like, crime statistics and stuff. So, opted for Aruba instead, because beaches and relaxing.
Fair, man. All right. What's the worst thing to forget on vacation?
If you have, like, prescription meds, it's very bad to forget those when you go on vacation.
My answer is your identification.
Also a very good answer. Yeah, well, that one, I feel like you can't actually go on the vacation because once you get to the airport...
See, not all vacations are airports, though. Sometimes you drive places, and then you're like, man, I just drove 18 hours, and here I am somewhere, and I don't have my ID.
Yeah, that's a fair point. That's why you have a key to my house, so that if I forget anything important like that, I can call up my best friend Corwin, and he'll drive down here and grab my shit and mail it to me.
Yeah, I know how the mail system works.
But
I'm just kidding.
But you're personable, so you can just go to the mail office, post office, and just be like, "Hey, I'm Corwin. I'm everybody's friend. How do I mail this shit to Adam?" Because that's my impression of you, apparently.
He's not wrong. That's word for word how it would go down. Their immediate response would be, "Who is Adam?"
And this guy, and you'd point to the ID that you have in your hand.
Oh, I like this a lot.
Yeah.
So, best vacation purchase.
I think that just in general, experiences are more important than things. So when given the choice, I will spend extra on food wherever I am, because, like, especially if it's something that you can't get elsewhere, the experience of tasting that food will outweigh any sort of knick-knack or anything that I would buy.
He's not wrong. Food's amazing. Based off of our experience at Disney this past year, Bengay is a fantastic vacation purchase.
I love that fucking answer so much.
Every one of us got back after a day of walking around the parks, and we all passed it around and all made satisfied noises when we put it on.
Yep.
Bengay is amazing. What is the worst vacation purchase?
In my opinion, like, novelties, like knickknacks and stuff, where it's just like, you know, like, I'll buy mugs because they serve a purpose, and then, you know, each time you use it, you're reminded of the trip. Like, that is, like, if you're going to buy a thing, that is, in my opinion, the best thing to buy. But if it's, like, a pin or a lanyard or, like, something that isn't gonna get used, like, every single one of those that I've ever bought has just gone into my storage room, and it just sits there. And it's
That's
just
why
like,
I stopped getting loot crates, because there's basically a whole bunch of lanyards and things like that.
Yeah, it's a bunch of knickknacks.
My answer is, this is a weird one, I guess, but it's because we go out west a lot for vacation. Taxidermied animal tails. My wife always gets one and hangs it off her keys, and she thinks it's cool. And then as soon as it comes home, our animals destroy it, and it's like, all right, it's gone forever. But if it wasn't for that very specific item, I would actually agree with Adam on the novelties thing. Like,
yeah,
truth. Do we vote?
Shout out to Mike for this one, because, of course...
Yeah, we're adults, we're American, and we believe in a future. So, yes, we vote.
Yeah. And actually, this one, we specifically asked about this most recent election, and yes, we both voted in that election.
Yes, we did vote in that election.
Any but.
Worst Disney show.
So the worst show that we saw when we were at Disney, and this one pains me so much because it used to be an amazing, amazing show. It was the bird show at Animal Kingdom. And you would get to see a bunch of birds, and they would talk about the birds and this, that, the other. They recently redid that show to be based off of Up, like, and be very Up-centric. So, like, you would get like Russell and Doug Up, but it focuses so much more on them than it does on the birds that it just ruins it. You're just like, oh my god, I want to die the entire time all the characters are on the freaking stage.
I'm gonna agree with Adam on this. I've never seen it prior to it being the Up show, but it definitely took away a lot. I remember them being really excited for me to see it, and we're watching it, and I was like, it's okay, I guess. And meanwhile, Adam is like, this is terrible.
Yeah, we had to tell him afterwards. It's just like, this is not what we were excited for you to see.
I gotta say that I'm gonna agree with him. Up Bird Show.
Yeah.
Right there. Best character meet.
At Disney or Universal, like we asked you what the best character meet and greet was. Baymax was my favorite, mostly because of this guy right here.
I was so excited.
He was so excited. He ran up and hugged, and this guy, he's in an inflatable suit, and it was this close to him just bowling this man over, and it was hilarious.
There's some really great photos.
From
that trip.
Yeah.
Adam, show him the photos.
Fine. Making more work for future Adam.
Yup. My answer was actually Mickey Mouse specifically, and he knows which one it's going to be. It's going to be Mickey Mouse from Animal Kingdom, who's Safari Mickey Mouse, because the day that we met that Mickey Mouse, Adam was wearing one of his many, many shirts. This particular shirt had a giant cheese Death Star on a mouse trap, and there were 2 mouse X-Wing pilots chasing after it with Admiral Akbar yelling, "It's a trap." Very funny shirt, very cute. Mickey was not impressed.
He was not amused.
Mickey shamed Adam. Mickey made Adam put a napkin over it so that no one could see the mouse trap or the mice about to get smushed by it. It was a delight.
I legitimately, I was so upset. I'm just like, I'm sorry, Mickey, I didn't mean it.
Meanwhile, Mickey went out of his way to point out that he did really like my shirt, which just had a white buffalo on it.
Yeah.
That shirt got a lot of weird attention that day.
You guys have seen it. It's one of his 5 shirts.
Yeah, it's 5 of them.
Yeah.
What's the best Universal show?
It's a show that is very animal centric. It's got dogs and cats and pigs and birds and all these various things in it. It's called Animal Actors on Location at Universal Studios, and it is very, very good.
I agree with Adam on this. That was my favorite show at Universal. It was one of my favorite shows the whole trip. It was a lot of fun. It's a really good show.
And I recommend it highly.
What bird was it? I think it was the raven from the Mummy movies that we're always talking about.
Not raven, but it was a falcon.
Falcon.
Yeah.
I actually got to catch that falcon. They threw the falcon.
Yeah, they threw it.
They threw it at me, and it flew at me and took. I think we only had like a 10 on us or something like that.
No, it was a single. I did have a single.
All right. He flew up and took like the single out of my hands. I was holding out for it, and it flew back to the actor, and then he returned the money afterwards. Yeah. But it was a really cool experience. Yeah, that thing fly, catch it off my arm, and then bounce off.
Yeah, they always ask for a volunteer, and Jen for years has wanted to be that volunteer, but she never gets picked. And we were there, and Corwin got picked, and I was so happy for Corwin, and I had to soothe Jen. It's just like, it's okay. We come here all the time. It'll happen for you eventually. They don't come here as often, and look at how happy he is.
Yeah, I won. But so what is the worst Universal show?
So it dawned on me after we had asked this question that we only really saw the one show that I remember, at least, when we were down there, and it was that show we were just talking about. But there is a show/ride. It's like Race Through New York with Jimmy Fallon, and I hate Jimmy Fallon so much.
He hates Jimmy Fallon.
So I assume that is the worst thing in existence, so it must be the worst show at Universal.
I didn't have an answer because I didn't see a lot of shows there. I will say that Adam gave me the right to call friend card for any ride at any park. If I needed someone to ride it with me, no matter what it was, he was going to ride it with me. And when I saw the Jimmy Fallon ride, I was mildly intrigued because I was like, I can't imagine what kind of ride this is. What kind of ride is a Jimmy Fallon ride? That sounds really weird. But, and I almost did it, but then Adam's strong distaste for Jimmy Fallon, I was like, you know what? Not gonna do that to Adam. We don't need to ride this. I don't need to experience that.
He was a good friend.
I was. What's the worst character meet we had?
So, outside the Men in Black ride at Universal, and I had never seen these guys before, but apparently they're a thing. They've got a couple of guys in black suits, and they've got, the guns and the neuralizers and stuff. And Corwin was really excited to meet him, and he was there, and he was, bullshitting with him, and I got some pictures, and I'm just like, inside, in my brain space, I'm just like, can we leave now? This is lame.
It was really lame. I was just soaking up the lameness, though, as much as I could.
Yeah.
I was literally like, is there a flavor for me to have? I want to have that flavor over here. I'm on vacation. So I was like, Men in Black dudes, I'm going to stand with it. If there was a giant ball of yarn, you bet your titties I'd have been standing in front of it. I was happier than a pig in shoes.
Yeah.
For me, I would say that Cinderella was the worst one. And the reason being is that I was yet to experience a character meet and greet where the character at that point in time was going to actually, like, converse with us.
Oh, yeah.
And I was so early in the morning, and I was so kind of, like, groggy and tired from, like, basically running from the hotel straight to this castle to have like epic breakfast, and then all of a sudden I'm meeting Cinderella and I'm busy being like, ow, my body hurts and I'm tired. What does this lady want? Oh shit, she's talking to me. I like bagels. Like, I just had nothing to say to her, and it was really awkward.
That
for
one's
me.
always the princess meet and greets are always kind of awkward, just because like I'm a middle-aged man and it's creepy. Like, I sound like. And this is,
I feel creepy. That's
like,
it. That's what it is.
This is true in my everyday life as well, though, because like anyone I talk to, I'm afraid that I'm sounding creepy, and like more so with women because there is a natural men tend to be more creepy with women than otherwise than with other men, and so like I am constantly worried that I'm coming off as creepy, and when you're talking with a princess, it's somehow worse. I don't know why.
The creep factor's much higher for princesses.
Sure.
And you're at Disney. Yeah, you all can figure it out.
Yeah. So that's all we got for you this time. Sorry for the deep dive into my psyche, and well, maybe it's more of a shallow dive, but anyway, sorry for that. We're gonna we'll do more answers eventually, and we'll play more games. And
if you can, kiss a butterfly.